Hey YouTube, it's Lee in a fishbowl. How are y'all today? It is Monday. Yay, I guess it's Monday. Yay, I don't know. Anyway, I'm exhausted. I stayed up way too late last night between YouTube and I am so trying to catch up on videos. I'm so behind. I'm trying to go like through one person's at a time and catch up, and then another person's, and I've got so many I want to watch that I haven't even touched yet. So VEDA is really killing me. But it's killing me because y'all all putting out these videos and they're great and I want to watch them, but I just don't have time to watch them all. But I stayed up too late watching VEDA videos on YouTube and on Facebook, and then also looking at patio furniture because that's still not been decided. So anyway, today I wanted to talk real quickly about what I'm using this cycle and for TTC. So, you know, we're back on the TTC bandwagon. I'm so excited, and so I wanted to kind of show you everything that's in my supply cabinet. Actually, I put it all in my Easter bucket right now because it's all in the kitchen, most of this, and then some of it's in here. So let's start with, right now, I'm on cycle day, let's see, 5, cycle day 5, okay? I have my HSG scheduled for Thursday, and I will update you when that is over. Please pray that my tubes are clear. I had the ectopic pregnancy, which I have not vlogged that story yet, but I will. I had an ectopic pregnancy in December, and so we've been kind of waiting and getting my vitamins and minerals back up in my system, and so it's time, and we're going to have the HSG to check my tubes and see if they're clear still. They were a few years ago. We're going to have that done on Thursday, which will be 6, 7, 8, cycle day 8. So say a little prayer for me on that, and I'll update afterwards. But for pre-ovulation, here's what I'm taking. I just want to show you. Okay, don't laugh at me about this. I asked on Facebook a few days ago about a good multivitamin. I was taking a vitamin that I had purchased online through a company called Isogenics, and I ran out of it, and so I was looking for something a little less expensive because this particular vitamin was very expensive and you had to pay shipping and all that. So I was looking for something less expensive. I went to my health food store and looked at a few that they recommended, and then I had a couple of recommendations on Facebook. And one in particular was called this. It was by Vitamin Code, and it was the Raw Beyond Vitamins and Minerals. It's by Garden of Life. So this is the bottle. I'll put a picture on there, but the recommendation on Facebook was that I take the prenatal. Well, they did not have the prenatal at the store. So I had looked at just the women's multivitamin, which had almost identical amounts of stuff. It had a little bit more, I think, folic acid and a few other things. But most of those things that the prenatal had, sorry, that's the AP alert, sorry, on my phone. Anyway, most of the stuff that was in the prenatal, I'm taking a supplement of anyway. So anyway, I just went on and bought this vitamin. Well, I had looked at it, then I put the post on Facebook, and I kind of got confirmation of what I was already looking at. So I just hopped back to the health store the next day and grabbed it off the shelf. Well, I grabbed the wrong one. I grabbed the one that says for 50 and wiser women. So I went online and compared the ingredients, and there's not much difference between this one and the regular women's. I am not 50. I am only 38. Just for the record, but this is what I'm taking. Let's see if you can see it. I hope it'll show it. I'll post pictures too. It's just loaded with really good stuff. It's got a lot of all the vitamins and minerals you need. It's got folic acid, iron, you know, everything. It's also got a lot of fruits and vegetables in a blend. So I like that. It's got immune support, and it's got a probiotic. So it's a really good vitamin. It doesn't smell that bad. It actually kind of smells like fruit. I know I just did that, and it looks like this. Okay, so you take 2 of these twice a day. So I take 2 in the morning, 2 at night. So that's my multivitamin. And then I'm taking just a generic folic acid supplement. This one came from CVS. It's by Pharmacies, and it's just a tiny little yellow pill. Can you see it? I don't know if this camera focuses really well or not, so I'm just guessing. And this is a 800 microgram vegetarian folic acid. I'm taking that in addition to the folic acid in this one, which is 400 micrograms. So I'm taking this in morning and at night. So I'm getting 2,000 micrograms of folic acid a day. I'm also taking vitamin D3. I don't remember where I got this, actually. It's Finest Natural. I think I may have gotten it at Walgreens. It's 2,000 IUs of D3. Okay, I take one in the morning and one at night. So that puts me at 4,000, plus my multivitamin has another 1,000, so that puts me at 5,000. I do think I'm a bit vitamin D deficient, so I'm taking an excessive amount, which, you know, is okay. And then on top of that, I have something else I'm taking that has vitamin D3 in it. I'll show you in just a second. But the D3 in it's another 1,000. So I'm taking 6,000 IUs of vitamin D3 right now, which when you're deficient, my blood work that I got back from the rheumatoid arthritis doctor did show a deficiency in D3. So when you're deficient, it takes a lot to get you back up to normal, and then you can kind of lower it to maintain. But I am taking a lot of vitamin D, 6,000 IUs of D3, okay? So I'm taking the multivitamin, the D3, the folic, and then I'm taking this. I'm taking 2 different kinds of fish oils. This is a Now brand, Super Omega 369. This one has borage oil, and it has flaxseed oil, has vitamin E because you need that when you take oils. And then it has the omega-3s, omega-6, and omega-9s. I bought this, and I really wasn't thinking when I bought it. I needed a whole lot more of the EPA and the DHA. And I'll explain that in a second. But this one didn't have enough, so then I went and bought this one. And this one was on sale at Walgreens, actually, yesterday. I got it for half off. It was a $30 bottle. I got it for $16.99. And this is called Norwegian Gold Ultimate Fish Oils, Maximum Strength Omega-3 Super Critical Omega. Mouthful, my goodness. So this has the D3 in it that I was telling you, in addition to the fish oils. This one is got a lot of the EPA and the DHA. The reason I want to take that is because it is known to help with inflammation. I've had 5 losses. The first one I've vlogged was my miscarriage at 15 weeks. I have not vlogged my other 4. I had 3 chemicals, and then I've had an ectopic. The 3 chemicals I feel are probably due to endometriosis. I have stage 1. And research shows that stage 1 can actually be more detrimental to infertility and loss than further stages along. I've done some research on it. I can post links if you request it. I'm not going to do that unless you ask. Fish oils in high amounts is supposed to help cool and chill the inflammation in your body, which is exactly what endometriosis is. I also have asthma, which is an inflammation of your lung lining. So the fish oils definitely are something my body needs. I feel like perhaps the 3 losses I had that were chemicals, maybe the inflammation in my uterus was just too great for the baby to implant and stay. So either that or the inflammation could have been compromising my egg quality. And that can be, it could be either of those 2 cases. But they want you to get high amounts. And so what I'm taking, this is per thing, okay? Okay, so let me tell you what I'm taking total in fish oil. I'm taking 2 of these in the morning and 1 of these in the morning. And then I take another 1 of these at night. So I'm getting, and I'm totally bad with math, this is 144 milligrams of EPA, and then 2 of these is 1560. So I'm getting around 1,700 milligrams of EPA a day, which is about what you want. I think they said around 14 to 16, so it's plenty. The research, when I say they, I mean the research I've read. The DHA is 96 in 2 of these, so that's my morning, and then 2 of these, 1 at morning, 1 at night, is 240. So I'm getting 350 to 400, which is exactly what research said you should get too. So I'm getting enough of this to help address the inflammation in my body. Not to mention, this also has omega 5, 6, 7. Sorry about that. I've got to figure this new camera out. It cuts off after 10 minutes, which I guess is great and let me know what my timer is. But anyway, to get moving along quickly. Okay, so that was the fish oils that I was discussing. So I've got all of that. This one also has the flaxseed. It's 800 milligrams. And borage oil, 800 milligrams. I don't know much about those. I know flaxseed's good for you. Okay, so to recap. 2 in the morning, 2 at night of my multivitamin. 1 of these in the morning, 1 of these at night, my D3. 1 folic acid in the morning, 1 folic acid at night. 2 of these in the morning, 1 of these in the morning, and 1 of these at night. So that's what I'm taking as far as my vitamins. Okay. Now, oh, and I'm also taking this. Good old metformin. Yeah, I'm only taking 500 milligrams right now. This is just, I am not polycystic, I don't think, but my doctor said to take it because it could help with egg quality. So I'm just on a low dose of it for right now, and just taking 1 pill a day. So, and I forgot to show you what the fish oil pills look like. Let me show you those real quick. They're honking, I'm just telling you. To get a good idea, like this is my pinky. Look, it goes like way below. See how big that thing is? I'm gonna take 1 more, 1 right there, and then these are honking big too. These fish oils. These look like what you would. And I will tell you this: I don't burp any fish when I eat these. When I take these, see, it's about the same size as the other. And there you go. Okay, so that's my multivitamins. Now, the other things I'll be doing while I'm TTC, and of course I'll be temping, and I have this BD digital thermometer. I do take my temperature down below, wee wacky woohoo style. So that's what I do. I'll start that probably tomorrow morning because I'm finished with my flow. And I'll be charting that on fertilityfriend.com. And then this thing I'm pulling back out, I have not used it in a long time, but this is a microscope for your saliva, and it shows ferning and whatnot. You just take a little spit, dab it on there, let it dry, still put this back on. I hope my battery doesn't die. I've had this thing since before I conceived K2. This is 8 years old or older. Oh no, and the battery is dead. So we will replace the battery. I hope there's a battery in here. That maybe there's no battery. Yeah, it's just a little watch battery. So I'll replace that, and it'll be nice and bright. I'll start doing that probably around cycle day 12. And then I will also be using these good old things. These are OPKs. You've all seen these. These are ovulation test strips by Wanfo. I got these from Formosa Medical on Amazon.com. Okay. So I'll be taking these. I'll probably start these around cycle day 10 through 12, depending on how I feel. If I'm beginning to feel symptoms of ovulation, I may start it earlier. So I'll be doing that. So then, once I ovulate, I have the following that I'll be doing. And this is going to be something that is totally new to me, something I've never done before. I'm doing something that is used by the Colorado Center for Reproductive Medicine. It is called the Antihistamine Protocol. And I will quickly read to you what I know about it. I've done a lot of research on it. It consists of, and I have a little bit different form, prednisone, claritin, and pepcid, which I have the Walgreens brand. Okay? So now let me explain to you. You take, and this should not be done unless, you know, you feel comfortable doing it. I mean, I know you should probably talk to a doctor. I will admit that I have not discussed this with my doctor. I have discussed it with some friends who are doctors, and with a friend who is a pharmacist, and they all felt like no harm. These are all completely safe medications to take. The prednisone is extremely low dose, so for me, I feel like this is something I need to try. So don't judge. Anyway, you start this. It's actually for IVF patients who have had repeated losses. I'm not doing IVF, obviously, but I have had repeated losses. So it says to start it 2 days before transfer. So that would be at about 3 DPO. Okay, so I will start this around 3 days past ovulation, and it is 10 milligrams of prednisone once a day. I'll most likely take it probably in the morning because I think it makes you kind of hyper. I don't know. I'll have to see how it makes me feel. And then you take 10 milligrams of claritin, which is what these are. These are a 10 milligram pill. And then the pepcid is a 20 milligram, pill. And this is the generic. It's famotidine tablets. It's just a Walgreens brand. If you want to see it up close. Okay. So this actually is called prednisone, which is just another form of prednisone. So it's a liquid form and it's a little bit easier metabolized. So it just happens to be what I have. So that's what I'll be using. I will start that at 3 DPO and you continue it. If you get a big fat positive, you continue it through your pregnancy till I think, about your 12th week. You start to wean off at 10 weeks, 11 weeks, and by 12 weeks, you're completely off of it. If I'm not pregnant and I start my period, then of course I stop it, okay? And I'll have to wean myself off of the prednisone, but it's pretty easy. You just drop to 5 milligrams for a couple of days and then you drop to nothing. So if I know I'm out, then I will start weaning myself off of it. But the whole purpose of it, and I'll read this to you. I know this is getting long, I'm sorry. It says, the article is about how antihistamines, which is, we have in our body that fight off everything, they reduce the Th1 and they increase the Th2, thereby returning the balance for someone with an overactive immune system. That's something else that is common with people who have endometriosis and people who have asthma and things like that. Any kind of autoimmune issue is that you could have an overactive immune system. My other theory in my early loss is that maybe my body is seeing the embryo that is implanting as a foreign thing and it's overactive and it's going to just get rid of it. And so that's why I'm having chemical losses. So this is to kind of help with calming your immune system down so that your body can accept the pregnancy. It's also called Rob's Cocktail, and I'll post a link below. After one of the doctors at CCRM, which is Colorado Center for Reproductive Medicine, he had a patient who had been dealing with repeat losses. Right before she hit the 12-week mark, she got flushed and itchy and threw up and then miscarried. Then the next time she got pregnant, the same thing happened, but it happened at 8 weeks. And it happened again another time at 6 weeks. It began to get progressively quicker and worse. The doctor determined that the reason was a reaction going on in her body. So he came up with the claritin, the pepcid to deal with the Th1 and the Th2, and the prednisone is an overall drug to calm your immune system. Shortly thereafter, she got pregnant and went to full term. Now, we don't know if the protocol is really what made it happen, but and there's not anything, but it is something that is used pretty regularly at CCRM with anybody with repeat loss. There are other doctors that also use this. So it's very interesting. And the way I see it is, what the heck? 1 time, 2 times, probably would be my max. But if it would make a baby stick, then it's totally worth it for me. So that is the antihistamine protocol. Yet again, it's pepcid, claritin. You can get this over the counter. It does not have to be in pill form. I just happen to have it for my allergies and I have not taken it. And then prednisone. Okay, so that's the other thing. The only other things that I will have to deal with when I'm waiting in the 2-week wait is lovely progesterone. I do have progesterone supplements that I'll be taking. This is a vaginal insert, so I'll be taking those every morning and maybe every night. I have to read the instructions. I haven't gotten it from the Walgreens yet. And then I know I showed you these earlier on the blue side, but I also have the pink, and the pink are pregnancy tests. I have 50 Wanfo pregnancy tests, so my hope is to see a nice pink line on these, and I hope it stays and gets darker and darker. So I'll be testing. I am a testaholic. You can depend on me to test and post it. Whether or not it's a negative or a positive, it is what it is. So I'll be testing and posting those on my Facebook page as well as my blog. So, and then of course I have my little pea in the cup. So that's everything. Send me your baby dust and I'll send you my baby dust back to you. If you have any questions, I'll post some information below on the antihistamine protocol. If you have any questions about the other stuff I'm taking, send me a comment, or you can shoot me information on Facebook if you're my Facebook friend, and I'll be glad to help you out there and give you information on what I'm doing. So good luck, everybody. I hope everybody gets their BFP soon. Let's go, yay. And I will talk to you all later. Have a great Monday. Yay, bye.